before we jump into all this, let me give you guys all the backstory for those of you that are new to the channel and new to this series. In the last couple of years, I had totally let my work-life balance get completely out of whack and just got in really bad shape because of it. And I decided in December that I wanted to change that, so I set what seemed like an impossible goal of racing the 24 hours of Glen Helen solo in the Ironman class. I'm no pro, I'm just a weekend warrior that's got a passion for dirt biking. I trained, I food journaled, I lost 50 pounds. I raced enduros throughout the year. I even competed in a 12-hour Ironman in Colorado to see how I was doing, and it went really well. That leads us up to where we're at now. All right, here we are at Glen Helen, the night before the event. I have to admit, I'm nervous. It's exciting, but getting anxious here. So first thing in the morning before the start of the race, we got everybody together to go over the pit plan and make sure everybody knew what was going on and what all they needed to do and answer questions. In going through everything, unfortunately, nobody noticed that my GoPro mount had gotten hit close up against the helmet, causing my camera to angle down. But it wasn't like anybody knew to even look for that. So unfortunately, a lot of my GoPro footage is pointing down, but we'll work with the footage we got. Sitting there on the starting line with my family, I was going through a whole mix of emotions. I was excited, I was nervous, anxious, but I think more than anything else, I was ready just to get started. With this being a 24-hour race, I wasn't overly worried about starting position off the line. More than anything else, I was just wanting to make sure I got into a good rhythm. And sure enough, I managed to stall it in corner 2, which is just embarrassing. But on the bright side, when you're starting in dead last place, it's only uphill from there.
The reason why I am also interviewing today is because my brother, he's doing this goal of couch to Glen Helen. So he was in worse shape. He's been in on the couch. Nice. To deciding who's going to do the Ironman. All right, it. Yeah, he's he's prepared for the last year, and now he's here. Nice. So we'd love to know your thoughts and just if you have any words of encouragement.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's that's quite the goal. I claim that I'm smart enough not to attempt the Ironman stuff, but yeah, it takes all kinds of determination to even attempt to do the Ironman stuff. So that's anybody that does it's amazing, and the fact that it was part of this goal to start essentially from, like you said, off the couch to come out and compete. It's very, very cool, and I wish him the best of luck.
I knew they were going to use most of the Glen Helen Raceway facility, and that half of it would be from motocross tracks and whatnot, and that it would also use the backcountry area. I hadn't exactly figured on how technical the backcountry area could be. And during that first lap, I kind of had that moment of realizing this isn't that hard and normally would be a lot of fun, but how is this going to be come 18 hours or 20 hours when I'm exhausted in the dark?
Got it. What are you going to fix this time, Eric?
I'm going to change a filter.
How you doing?
Yeah, doing all right. Kind of tired.
Quarter of the way through.
Just warmed up.
Yeah, exactly.
Woo, wait, that's cold.
All right, it's all yours.
I'm getting everyone trained up on the pit plan so we can help him all night. We've made some changes to it already. It's hot, he's going through extra water, so we've made as good of a plan as we can, and then we're just having to change as we go. All right, Christina's gonna walk us through the clipboard that keeps us organized throughout the day.
So I'm gonna put together this amazing clipboard that has our pit responsibilities, including like how much, like many scoops of electrolyte powder or caffeine powder that we're putting in, and tank mileage. If you look further down, she like planned it out of what times we're coming in and what we do when we get mileage reports. And then we have this chart here that Emma put together that tells us when we're assigned to do what job at what time.
Yeah, we've got 7 of us here doing the pit for him.
Awesome. Has it been stressful trying to manage everything and everybody?
No, it's only a problem when he comes in unexpectedly.
So here I am coming in unexpectedly with a flat tire. Tell you what, I can work with a back flat, but single track with a front flap is pretty tough.
Jason's had 2 issues today. One was a handlebar issue, which was an easy fix. Just a circlip that came off, and we took some off our backup bike, our backup parts bike. And then he did come in with a flat, and we swapped out wheels and got him on his way and fixed that wheel, and it's ready to go again if he wants to use it, and we have another one as well, so we're good to go.
Not even 2 hours after I got the first flat tire on this hill, I got another one on the exact same hill. I was climbing up it in someone's dust and couldn't see very well, and must have caught a sharp rock and punctured a big hole right in the middle of my tire.
Batter, foot flatter. Oh my goodness, not yet. Here, somebody else take over this. Yep.
After the second flat tire, we took the front tire off the parts bike, which had moose bibs inside of it. So that way there's not a chance of getting another flat tire on the front the rest of the race.
Tell you what,
How you feeling?
good, a little tired. I couldn't tell if I got to go play in the mud. I came into a berm that they had watered recently enough, and I just slid, wiped out, like, not high speed, but enough where I dumped the bike and then I rolled through the pond. That's why I'm all muddy, because I fell and just rolled right in front of, like, out here in front of people, so I got a bunch, yeah!
As obnoxious as it was getting a flat tire, at least it lined up roughly with our planned pit to put on the lights for the night.
Hey, got it?
My brother, he has decided, he was out of shape, went from the couch, and decided that he wanted to do the Ironman.
Everybody's reaction is probably like that.
Yes, so he's been prepping all year, and today's the day. So what are your thoughts? Any words of encouragement?
Man, we could fuel him up between pit stops here with some hard jerky. But yeah, I got to imagine Ironmanning. I mean, the idea sounds cool, but gosh, I hope his hands are ready and his butt. But yeah, that's super, super cool. There's nothing better than Ironmanning, so if he can pull it off, that's awesome. But yeah, lots of fluids, and hopefully he's doing his pit stops correctly and eating and all that good stuff. It's not going to be easy.
As the sun started to set and darkness crept in, it was great to have a pump support crew.
Yeah, Jason! Woo!
Because the 12.5 hours of night turned that course into a whole other creature. As I drop down into this single track, I stall it because I can't quite see where the rut is very well. But in doing that, I come to the realization that my battery is dead. And thankfully, this being downhill, I was able to bump start it and get it going again. This issue came up right when we had planned the longest pit for the night. While my dad changed the oil and took the fuse out of the fan to try to take some of the load off the stator, I took the time to close my eyes, refuel, rest, and reset.
I think that's him right there coming down the hill.
The headlight continued to be an issue, so I resorted to riding without it.
I'm doing okay with the helmet lights. It didn't slow me down too much, did it?
You're a little slower, yeah.
Cost you 3 or 4 minutes.
It's your call. It's just that if you probably want to run it off right before you come in, so it has a chance to charge up so you can start it.
Well, I'm just afraid of stalling it on one of the single tracks.
All right. Well, then don't run it.
How's your vision with the headlamps?
It's good. It's just I can't see quite as far.
You want to go brighter on them?
I'm going full brightness now on them.
All right.
So that way I can keep my speed up. So let's plan on 2.5 hours on the helmet lights at full brightness. That gives us safety margin.
We'll pull you in at that time. That's roughly 5 laps.
I used my headlight sparingly because there were some sections that still needed a headlight in. As careful as I was trying to be when I was running the headlight, I managed to make a mistake in a very poor place for it.
No. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad.
The soil here is just a loose sand gravel mix. I had to push it off the course and try to bump start it, and I ended up spending about 10-15 minutes and exerting tons and tons of energy getting the bike bump started again. I knew that issue out on course was going to cost me some serious time, so I decided right then and there that I was going to rally and I was going to pick up my pace.
All right, it is currently 1:47 in the morning.
Yes.
How do you feel about being up?
I'm pretty tired, but I'm here to support Jason.
And how do you think he's holding up right now?
He's doing really good. Much better than I thought he would be at this point in time.
Yep, he's currently in 6th. Do you think he can outbeat 5th?
Easily.
Awesome. Good night, Emma.
Yeah, I come around a turn and Jason, I see him dump the bike in the silt, and I was like, oh man, we have to help this guy pick up the bike. And as I'm pulling up, he grabs the handlebar and rips the bike up and hops right on the thing. I was like, man, this guy's pretty spry for middle of the night Ironman.
Miley's closing in on 5th.
There you are right there. That's 15 minutes.
You're picking up the pace every lap.
Out of the 12 hours in the dark, you're 7 hours done.
Okay.
You got 5 hours left, so you're doing pretty good.
I'm feeling pretty good right now.
You need to drink
All right, you want to do this fairly quick then?
You need to drink your calories.
Yeah. But I'm just saying I'm feeling better and better. Wiggly.
Over the next 2 hours, I was able to get up into 4th.
Go Jason!
Got no light.
It's 4 a.m. How you feeling?
Kind of tired. My arms feel like noodles. My knees feel swollen. Surprisingly few blisters. Just the one gnarly one.
Taking a snack nap.
Just want to keep resting my eyes for a minute. So hopefully the sun comes up before 6:30.
You'll have some light before then.
Be good because kind of tired of riding in the dark.
Emmett created this cognitive test for me to make sure that my brain was still functioning properly in the wee hours of the morning as the exhaustion started to set in. With less than 5 hours left in the race, my arms had gone from being tired to just coming apart. Fall after fall, I had to pick up that 230-pound machine, which just sapped my arms even further. When you're on the ground in the dark and in the dust, you really got to hurry to get up because you always run the risk of somebody running you over. At a certain point, I really wasn't racing anymore. I was just focusing on making it to the finish line.
I need a nap. I'm just dropping it all over the place. I overheated it. Just gotta let it cool and just chill for a minute. But my arms they're in bad shape.
Okay, well the guy behind you was doing the same thing. You're an hour and 14 up on him.
Okay. And I'm in what position?
Yeah.
Alright, let's take a half-hour power nap. Yeah. I'm in so much pain.
You need some more ibuprofen?
Yeah, my knees are screaming. What's that?
Said your bike is rested, it's cooled down.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't need lights. So.
One lap at a time.
Yep. The only way you can lose 50% of stuff.
Visibility's better, but like, just tired. It's my triceps and biceps that are just gone, and so I just don't have precise.
Don't have the strength anymore.
Well, we have no empathy because we're not doing it.
Yeah.
Well,
my riser's stuck on pretty good. I had to pop it back in.
Sympathy, but no empathy is the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went over the bars into a bush. It was a soft bush, though.
Well, that's good. No hard branches.
I just went to grab the brakes, and it was just too much. In the last hours of the morning, the guy behind me rallied and was able to take 5th position away from me. Normally that would bother me, but that wasn't what any of this was ever about to begin with. I set a goal to be able to come out and race for 24 hours. And here I was, approaching the very end of that.
The last lap.
Specifically the left hand.
He's bandaged. He's duct taped. He's ready to finish.
I'm tired. You've got it in you for one more.
That's all I gotta have.
Do you believe it?
I got this.
Alright.
You got this.
Like a champ. Taking the smart one.
I pushed the pain out of my mind and put in the fastest lap I'd done in at least 6 hours. Crossing the finish line was such a feeling of accomplishment. I did it. In 9 months, I went from the couch to finishing 6th in the Ironman class at the 24 Hours of Glen Helen.
Yeah, anytime. Congrats.
I think he's doing pretty good. I think he's just keep pacing himself and keep that heart rate steady. He'll be good.
Just to finish, well would be nice, but finishing is important without getting hurt.
He's been working really hard for this, and I knew the moment he told me that he was gonna do this race, that he was gonna go all in and just conquer his goals.
I am very impressed with his ability to stick with this goal that he's had because it's been really hard.
Well, it's actually been interesting to watch him be dedicated and then kind of slip back and then get back on the dedication path. I think it's amazing. I think anyone who even attempts this is brave. Yeah. And he's keeping on going.
Number 6 is back out there and he's picked up 20 minutes.
Jack, do you wish you were out there today? What do you want to say to Jason?
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, thanks you guys.